Hey guys, Troy from Rite. I get asked a lot what motor and pumps we use the majority of the time. So we have a couple of go-to pumps, but I'm going to show you the pump and motor system that I think I've got about 112 of throughout New Zealand that we've put together over the years. So I'll show you what we have. Okay guys, so here you have a Honda GX390 electric start. A lot of our pumps aren't electric start, they're pull start. For the simple fact is that it's something else that won't go wrong. We got this one basically dirt cheap. I think I paid about $150 for this motor. For the simple fact is that it has some damage right there in freight. The importer done me a deal. So that's why we have the electric start. I'm not a big fan of the electric start on the single cylinder. For the simple fact is that the starter motor and the ignition is just something else to go wrong. We always run reduction boxes. Not a big fan of belt drives. I just don't know a lot about belt drives, to be honest. I'm not an expert on belt drives. I know everything there is to know about the reduction boxes, so I stick with what I know. Okay, so the pump. The pump is a Comet RW5530. They are our go-to pump. If you remember the last video over here, again, Comet RW5530. They are our go-to pump. Even back in the day when we were in 4 gallon per minute, they were still Comet pumps. We don't run 4 gallon per minute pumps anymore, but our go-to pump is our Comet RW5530. An amazing pump, especially for what you pay for it. Great pump. Again, pretty simple. Water inlet. We always use non-crushed hose. Pretty straightforward. Pulsar 4 unloader with your pressure gauge. We always unload the pressure back into the top of the water tank. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, we've got the battery on charge. This motor hasn't been running for about a month now because of the COVID-19 lockdown. So I'm just here throwing it on a trickle charge overnight. So when the guys get in tomorrow and go out to work, this motor and pump will start working instantly. No issues. This truck is going to get a second motor and pump. It's going to get a lot larger motor and pump. Down here, as you will see, we have a Honda GX690 and it's running an 8 gallon per minute pump. This pump down here is a TW8036. So 8 gallons at 3600 PSI. We don't run it at 3600 PSI. We dial it in with our nozzles around about the 2900 PSI. So that's our go-to pump, guys. It's either going to be the RW5530 on the GX390 or the 8 gallon per minute Comet on the Honda GX690. Now we have run some other motors and other pumps. We do have some general pumps in the fleet, and believe it or not, we actually do have, I don't know what you guys call them in America, the Harbor Freight engines. I've had one in my life and there it is right there. I will not have any more. So guys, we've got plenty of engines around the place. Another little Honda there, another little Honda there. Those will be getting turned into a soft wash system and put out in the fleet. So there are go-to motors and pumps, guys. An amazing motor. Honda is the only thing I would probably recommend other than the large V-twin Kohlers. I am in the process of ordering a 30 horsepower Kohler V-twin, and John in the States, can't remember his last name, he's the man that's the master of cleaning car parks, has sent me the required information to run 2 pumps off the one motor, and I am going to do exactly what he's done. The only difference I'm going to do is I'm going to run a clutch system between the pulley on the motors, so I can engage one pump and let the other one free spin, or I can engage both pumps. So I'll get some videos of that build coming up shortly, guys. But if you have any questions about the 390 with a reduction box with the RW5530, leave them in the comments below.